Coming home is not one single event. It is a process. It is finding somewhere safe to sleep, replacing identification, activating healthcare, applying for work, reconnecting with family, managing court obligations, and adjusting to a world that may have changed while you were away. A release date may open the gate, but it does not remove every barrier outside of it. That is why today we are putting the map together. Welcome to Collateral Consequences, Freedom's Fine Print, the podcast where we examine the law, policies, restrictions, and hidden barriers that continue affecting people after incarceration. I'm your host, Larenzo, and this is episode 10, The Roadmap Home, and the season 1 finale. If you are preparing to return home, supporting a loved one, working in reentry, or trying to understand life after incarceration, this episode is for you. Before we begin, follow or subscribe to the podcast and share this episode with someone who may benefit from it. You can also support this independent work through my Buy Me a Coffee page. Link is going to be in the episode description. Your support helps fund the research, production, outreach, and resources behind this podcast. We're also developing a new website called the Reentry Village. The Reentry Village will help people locate trusted resources for housing, employment, healthcare, identification, education, legal assistance, recovery, and other reentry needs. Its purpose is simple: to help people answer the question, what should I do next? We will share more information as the websites get closer to launch. Now, let's begin. We started this season by talking about the tens of thousands of laws and restrictions that make up what I call Freedom's Fine Print. Across 9 episodes, we've discussed housing, employment, restitution debt, the identification crisis, education, the digital divide, mental health, and the difficult adjustment that can follow incarceration. But for this finale, I do not want to only describe the barriers. I want to focus on how to move through them. Reentry becomes overwhelming when every problem feels urgent at the same time. You need employment, but you don't have identification. You need housing, but the application requires income. You need help completing online forms, but you may not have reliable internet access, an email address, or experience with the technology. A roadmap cannot remove every barrier, but it can help you decide what to handle first. This season, we followed several important California legal developments under AB 1186. Qualifying restitution fines and related fees generally became unenforceable 10 years after they were imposed. However, a restitution fine paid to the state is different from direct restitution owed to a victim. Direct victim restitution does not simply disappear after 10 years. You need to request an itemized accounting of what you owe. Find out what type of debt it is, when it was imposed, who is collecting it, and where payments are being applied. California also passed AB 1213, which generally gives direct victim restitution priority over restitution fines and other criminal debts. So keep your court records, payment records, and receipts. Your paperwork may become important if information is missing, inaccurate, or disputed. We also discussed SB 1106, which is California's Fresh Start Act. This law changed how unpaid restitution is treated in certain record clearance cases. An eligible person should not be denied certain forms of relief only because restitution remains unpaid. That does not guarantee expungement or dismissal. It means you should not automatically assume that owing money prevents you from exploring record relief. Contact a legal aid organization, public defenders, clean slate program, county law library, or licensed attorneys to review, your individual circumstances. And remember, this podcast provides education, not individual legal advice. Another lesson from this season is that a proposed law is not the same thing as an active program. We followed AB 1229, a proposal that focused on connecting reentry services with permanent supportive housing. The proposal reflected an important truth. Housing affects nearly everything else. It affects employment, healthcare, supervision, education, recovery, and family stability. But AB 1229 did not become law as originally proposed. Before, depending on a law or program, confirm three things. Did it actually become law? Was it funded? And is the program currently accepting applications? This is especially important for shelters, transitional housing, rental assistance, security deposit, and reentry grants. Programs can close, relocate, develop wait lists, or run out of funding. Call before traveling, ask who qualifies, what documents are required, and whether the organization provides direct assistance or only referrals. The roadmap home can be organized into 4 priorities: stability, documents in healthcare, opportunity, and community. The first goal is not to solve your entire future in one day. Your first goal is stability. Where will you sleep? Do you have food and essential medication? Do you understand your parole and probation requirements? Do you have a working phone and a way to reach your family, mentor, sponsor, or case manager? Are you secure tonight? Then the next few days, then begin planning the first month. For current shelter and basic need referrals, though I will say contact 211. Explain whether you are returning from incarceration, whether you have children, or whether you have medical, disability, mental health, or safety needs. A referral does not guarantee availability. So confirm the information directly with the provider. Identification in healthcare or basic reentry infrastructure. California's Justice-Involved Reentry Initiative allows eligible people to receive certain Medi-Cal services during the 90 days before release. So if you are preparing to come home, ask whether your coverage is active, whether you have a community provider, and whether you will leave with enough medication until your next appointment. Ask for the provider's name, telephone number, address, and appointment date. You have to advocate for yourselves. Do not rely only on being told that someone will contact you. Build one secure folder for important documents. That may include your birth certificate, social security card, California identification release papers, healthcare information, court records, certificates, transcripts, resumes, all of that, and letters of recommendation. These documents can unlock employment, housing, education, benefits, banking, and Medi-Cal care. So a first job after release does not have to be your final destination. It can be a bridge. Think about the skills you developed before and during incarceration. Food service may include sanitation, inventory, teamwork, and meeting deadlines. Maintenance work may include, equipment, safety repairs, organization, and reliability. Do not invent experience. Translate it into language employers understand. Sacramento area listeners can explore workforce programs, America's Job Centers of California, the Sacramento Employment of Training Agency, and community-based reentry organizations. For those interested in college, Project Rebound at Sacramento State supports formerly incarcerated students through the process of preparing, applying, enrolling, and working towards graduation. So digital skills are also part of opportunity. Job applications may require emails, online forms, passwords, PDF documents, video interviews, and transportation apps. Use libraries, workforce centers, adult schools, and community colleges to build those skills. Needing help with technology is not a personal failure. The technology changed while many people were away. It can be learned. Reentry is often treated as an individual responsibility. Find work, follow the rules, repair relationships, pay your debts, but stability is not created through willpower alone. Build a team before a crisis happens. That team may include a mentor, counselor, sponsor, case manager, educator, faith leader, family member, or formerly incarcerated peer. Earlier this season, we discussed the mental adjustment that may follow incarceration. Crowds, noise, choices, relationships, technology, and unfamiliar routines can feel overwhelming. Some of those reactions may be survival habits developed in an institutional environment. Recognizing them is not weakness. It gives you the opportunity to respond differently. In Sacramento, the Exodus Project provides mentoring and support for people preparing to return from local correctional facilities. That particular program may not fit everyone, but the lesson applies to everyone. Do not attempt reentry in complete isolation. At some point, you may be told no. No housing, no employment, no funding, no enrollment. Do not assume every denial is illegal, but do not assume that every denial is correct or permanent. Ask for the reason. Ask whether you can appeal. Ask whether information is missing. Ask when you can reapply. Ask whether another organization provides the same service. Sometimes the program is full. Sometimes the wrong document was submitted. Sometimes the rules were misunderstood. Sometimes you need a different route. A closed door may change your direction. It does not have to define your future. This is one reason we are building the Reentry Village. People should not need 10 browser tabs, several notebooks, and a personal connection inside of an agency just to find basic support. The Reentry Village is being designed to organize services around real needs: housing, employment, identification, healthcare, education, recovery, legal assistance, benefits, transportation, and family support. We also want the information to be dependable. Programs change, phone numbers disconnect, funding ends, hours and eligibility rules change. The goal is to provide clear requirements, review dates, source information, and a way for users to report outdated listings. The website will not replace attorneys, doctors, case managers, or community organizations. It will help people find those services and arrive better prepared. As we close season 1, remember this: stabilize before trying to solve everything. Protect your documents. Verify laws and programs before relying on them. Ask questions when information does not look right. Learn the technology required for everyday life. Document your progress and rehabilitation. Build your support system early. And when one route closes, look for the next available path. Most importantly, when you learn something useful, share it. That's powerful. Just share it with the next person coming home. That is how individual knowledge becomes community strength. Before we end, take 3 actions. Follow or subscribe to Collateral Consequences, Freedom's Fine Print, so you are notified when season 2 begins. Share this episode with someone preparing for release, a family member, service provider, educator, employer, or policymaker, and support the continued development of this work through my Buy Me a Coffee page. Links is going to be in the show notes in the description. Your support helps continue producing independent reentry media and building the Reentry Village. Follow our social media pages for podcast clips, policy updates, resources, and website launch announcements. The path is long, the rules are complicated, and the fine print is still small. But today, you have more than a warning. You have a roadmap. You know that stability comes first. You know that identification and healthcare, employment and community are connected. We know that laws and programs must be verified. You know that technology can be learned. And you know that asking for support is not weakness. You are not only a returning citizen, you are a navigator, a survivor, and you are a leader in your own life. I'm Larenzo, and this has been season 1 of Collateral Consequences, Freedom's Fine Print. Thank you to everyone who listened, shared an episode, provided a resource, sent encouragement, or trusted this podcast with part of your story. Season 1 may be ending, but the work continues. The Reentry Village is coming, and in Season 2, we will begin our new chapter, the civic restoration, examining voting and representation, leadership, public participation, and what it means to reclaim your place in the community. Until then, keep asking questions, keep reading between the lines, and keep mapping the way home. This is Collateral Consequences, Freedom's Fine Print. I'll see you in Season 2. And I just want to add, the information in this episode is provided for educational purposes and is not legal, medical, or financial advice. Laws, programs, funding, and eligibility requirements may change. Confirm current information directly with the appropriate agency or qualified personnel. See you guys in Season 2. Much love.